Alright, well, we are back. You guys have probably kind of seen this opener in some of my recent videos, and I have it working now. So this is the Blue Genie chain drive. It says the builder's opener on the side. This is a model CM80-S half horsepower. Pretty rare operator. My coworker pulled this one out and saved it for me. Now, when I got this opener, the whole motor shaft here, I think I may have actually showed it in one of my videos, I don't remember which one, but this whole motor shaft was all loosey-goosey and flopping around all over the place. And basically the motor bearings are probably shot in this thing. So I recently found this is a BlueMax over here. For parts, I've got it totally stripped down now, and it's going to get thrown away. But I found this parts BlueMax that I was going to try and take the motor apart and use the end bells in this thing. And well, it turns out those motors are a little more different than I thought they were. I had stuff that would have worked, except the shaft. Stuff on the shaft wasn't lining up. It was mainly the key for the reluctor hub did not line up correctly. Also, that motor was like half an inch too tall, so it was running into this, which I could have 3D printed a new one, but now that I have it working. So what I basically is like, you know what, I'm gonna have to just wait for a whole new motor to find a whole new motor for this thing, because I can't get something figured out. So I just put the original motor back together so I didn't lose any parts. And just from putting the original motor back together, now it's working perfectly fine and the shaft doesn't seem loose. So I have no clue what I did to get this thing fixed. All I know is it's fixed. And I've ran it and it hasn't started giving me problems yet. So fingers crossed that it doesn't start giving me problems. Now this opener I think is somehow related. I was told by, I'm trying to think, I think it was Nick that told me that this is probably related to the BlueMax operators, because on some of the BlueMax screw drives it actually does say the builder's opener on the case. The other reason I could see how that's true is because the BlueMax screw drives, those model numbers also start with CM. So this is, and the case is blue. It's kind of a dumb way to think about it, but whatever. This was made in, oh, by the way, half horsepower is why it has this extra little plastic thing on the bottom. The two white chain drives I have do not have this. The half horsepower motor is a little bit taller. This was made in 1993, which makes this one a little unique because it actually does require sensors. It takes the sensors with the plug. The electronics in this operator are exactly the same as the GX9000. Same dip switch receiver board, same logic board. It's got the same clutch assembly, exactly the same as the screw drives. This one has the 4 terminals on the back to hook up a 4-wire console, although I just have this hooked up. And this one actually, these limit switches, these limit knobs here, are actually independent of each other, which is something the white chain drives do not have, because this board is actually looking specifically for an up or a down limit. This is a one-piece rail. Not sure if I ever showed you guys, but I did get a one-piece rail for these. This came off of a CH125, I think. You can see it's got the same, like the ProMax trolley, same inner slide, and this is the front idler. So, anyways, oh, and I don't have a light cover for this, unfortunately. I wish I did, but oh well. I kind of think that's all there is to say. I guess I'm not sure what kind of remote it would have come with. I've got this remote programmed because I've had it sitting out here because this was a half horsepower BlueMax, so I did not use the capacitor in here. I could always put a half horsepower capacitor, but I'm kind of particular. I like to keep stuff original if I can. So this thing is still not fixed yet, but I could always throw a half horse capacitor in here and make a video on it. I don't know. You'll see this someday anyway. Let's go ahead and just give this a run for you. Show you how it sounds and hope it doesn't break. Again, fingers crossed it hasn't failed on me yet, but let's give it a run and show you how it sounds. see there's the limit. You can see the gear in there. I might need to replace this light socket because it's pretty crusty and this bulb is flickering now. But yeah, so it's not horribly loud, not the quietest out there, but not the loudest either. We'll run this back up. Yeah, so seems to be working just fine now. So really, I'm not sure how I fixed this, or honestly, the motor bearings seem fine. I'm not even sure what exactly was wrong in the first place. So yeah, we'll give you a sensor test here. Lights don't flash or anything. Okay, hold on, sorry. Okay, sorry, I was just making sure this remote was actually programmed because I never even tested it. Anyways, so we'll run this one more time for you. The other thing, so these operators actually kind of have a break in them. So if you've ever watched one of these run, you may notice when the motor's running, this motor shaft pops up. When it pops down, when it stops running, it's actually rubbing against, there's a little rubber piece at the bottom of the motor that it kind of helps keep it from drifting. So these do kind of have a break in them too, which is kind of cool. Anyway, we'll step back, we'll run this thing one more time, and then that'll be it. Back down, and that's it. Yeah, so there you go. That is my Genie, kind of a BlueMax chain drive, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, pretty rare machine. I'm first person that I know of to have one of these. I've never seen one of these on the internet or in person or elsewhere. So yeah, first one as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys later.